Okay, so did you know your grandmother was basically a microbiologist? No, seriously. She might not have worn a white lab coat or used microscopes, but traditional Indian kitchens have been practicing some seriously advanced microbiome science for around 5,000 years. Long before scientists even came up with the word probiotic back in 1953, your family was already feeding your gut with these powerful, life-sustaining bacteria through everyday foods like Dahi, Kanji, and naturally fermented Achaar. So welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to unpack the brilliant science hiding right in plain sight in the traditional Indian kitchen. We are exploring the Indian gut, ancient traditions, modern science. Today, we're really bridging the gap between cutting-edge, complex, modern microbiome research and the everyday culinary practices that generations have absolutely sworn by. And what's so incredible here is that modern research is now clearly linking these very specific Indian food traditions to better long-term gut health, stronger immunity, and significantly lower inflammation. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll quickly cover the science of gut health, look at some traditional probiotic heroes, explore symbiotic pairings, dive into immunity, map out a daily meal schedule, and wrap up with safe home fermentation. Let's kick things off with Section 1, the science of gut health, and really understanding that microbiome ecosystem. To set the stage, we really have to look at what is actually happening inside our digestive tracts. It is this bustling, incredibly active ecosystem. Just look at this number, 38 trillion. That is the approximate number of microbial cells living inside your gut right this second. To put that into perspective, that roughly matches the total cell count of your entire human body. This massive microbial community isn't just hanging out either, it's working incredibly hard. These microbes regulate your serotonin. In fact, about 90% of your body's serotonin is made right there in the gut. They also synthesize essential vitamins, control your appetite, and constantly send signals to your brain. Now, when we categorize the tools we use to support this ecosystem, you're going to hear two buzzwords all the time: probiotics and prebiotics. And the easiest way to understand the difference is to think of probiotics as the soldiers. They are the live, beneficial bacteria you actually consume. They move in, crowd out the bad pathogens, and produce protective acids. Prebiotics, on the other hand, well, they're the fertilizer. They are indigestible plant fibers like inulin and resistant starch that pass through your stomach totally intact. Once they finally reach your colon, they serve as a massive feast for those probiotic soldiers, allowing them to multiply and really thrive. Which brings us perfectly to Section 2, traditional Indian probiotic heroes. These are the time-tested functional foods we've been eating for centuries. So where do we actually get these soldiers? Well, we definitely don't need to look at an expensive pharmacy shelf. Let's look at the absolute most accessible probiotic source in the Indian kitchen: homemade dahi, or curd. This process is like a masterpiece perfected over thousands of years. By simply adjusting the milk's temperature and introducing a tiny starter culture, you create the perfect environment where beneficial lactobacillus cultures just multiply rapidly overnight. Eating just a small bowl of this at lunch introduces literally millions of these live cultures straight into your digestive system, which helps balance your digestion and can significantly reduce bloating. But hey, the magic certainly doesn't stop at dahi. Think about idli and dosa batter. That overnight soaking and grinding kicks off a spontaneous fermentation that breaks down complex carbs and creates lactic acid. Or what about kanji, that tangy winter drink made by fermenting black carrots and mustard seeds in water and sunlight? It's basically a probiotic potion. And let's definitely not forget traditional, naturally fermented Achaar or pickles. When they're made the old-school way with salt and oil and no vinegar, they are packed with a powerful, super diverse probiotic punch. Moving right along to Section 3, prebiotic swaps and symbiotic pairings. This is all about feeding the good bacteria. Remember our soldiers and fertilizer analogy from earlier? Well, when you combine both of them in a single meal, you get what scientists call symbiotic magic. But to build this, we need top-tier prebiotics. Here's a truly fascinating one: resistant starch type 3. Modern nutrition science is completely obsessed with this right now. But honestly, it's just grandma's wisdom. See, when you cook traditional rice and let it cool down, or leave it soaking in water overnight, like in kanji or pakla pot, the starch molecules actually change their physical structure. They resist early digestion and travel intact all the way to your colon to feed the good bacteria. Other fantastic prebiotic fibers include things like inulin, which you'll find abundantly in everyday ingredients like garlic and onions. So how do we practically pair these up in the kitchen with some incredibly simple ingredient swaps?
If your probiotic base is Dahi, try mixing in prebiotic flax seeds, cumin, and turmeric. This powerful little combo actually lowers inflammation and really aids digestion. Making idli? Swap out some of that polished white rice for whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, or millets. Millets are amazing because they're packed with diverse fibers that feed a much wider range of bacterial species. And for your everyday daily meals, try sneaking in raw banana, kachakela, and bajra. They are incredibly high in resistant starch and inulin, which perfectly feeds your microbiome.
Okay, on to section 4, immunity and mineral absorption. Let's look at the deep physiological impact of all this. Now you might be wondering, why does this matter so much on a biological level? Well, did you know that digestion alone consumes about 70% of your body's energy? 70%! It is exhausting work for your system. But here is the absolute beauty of fermented foods. The bacteria have already done the heavy lifting for you. They literally pre-digest the complex carbohydrates and proteins before the food even enters your mouth. This offsets that massive energy cost, which is exactly why a fresh millet idli feels so light and gives you sustained energy, rather than that heavy, sluggish crash you get from processed foods. Furthermore, these foods act as a natural mechanism to enhance nutrient absorption. Plant-based diets are incredibly healthy, for sure, but they contain these things called anti-nutritional factors, like phytates, which can actually block your body from absorbing minerals. The fermentation process actually breaks down those phytates. This significantly increases the bioavailability of essential minerals. We're talking more iron for your blood, more calcium for your bones, and more zinc for your overall health. And the benefits extend far beyond just digestion. As this quote from Dr. Christopher Gardner at Stanford brilliantly points out, diet-based microbial diversity actively lowers inflammation and improves our immune system responses. Clinical studies are consistently showing that regular consumption of fermented foods correlates directly with an increase in anti-inflammatory cytokines and a reduction in inflammatory proteins in the blood. Basically, when you feed your gut properly, your immune system gets significantly stronger, your skin clears up, and your overall resilience just skyrockets. So, section 5, daily meal schedule. Let's take all this theory and put it into practice. The science is completely clear, but how do we actually do this day to day? Well, the most crucial point is captured right here by nutritionist Lauren Maneker. Eating a bowl of homemade Achaar or a piece of sourdough once a month just isn't going to cut it. To reap the benefits, you absolutely must be consistent, daily. Consistent portions are vital for these beneficial bacteria to actually colonize your gut long term. So, what does that look like? Here is an incredibly simple, gut-friendly daily schedule that effortlessly combines both probiotics and prebiotic fibers. Notice how totally natural and achievable this feels? Breakfast is a symbiotic hit of fermented millet idli paired with fiber-rich coconut chutney. Mid-morning, you grab a cooling glass of probiotic buttermilk with prebiotic jeera. Lunch is fiber-heavy with brown rice, a prebiotic dal with a garlic tadka, and a resistant starch-rich raw banana sabzi. For a quick snack, some kanji or dahi mixed with flax seeds. And wrapping up the day, a comforting high-fiber bajra khichdi with a side of dahi. It's delicious, it's totally traditional, and your microbiome will absolutely love it. Finally, section 6, safe home fermentation, how to do it yourself safely. If you are feeling inspired to start cultivating these traditions in your own kitchen, we really have to talk about execution, and specifically safety. Because we are dealing with live microbes here, safe home fermentation is non-negotiable. Detail is literally everything. You want to cultivate healthy bacterial growth, not harmful pathogens. Step 1, wash your hands like a surgeon. And honestly, it's best to wear food-safe gloves. We naturally carry bacteria on our hands that can easily disrupt the ferment. Step 2, only use meticulously clean, sterilized glass jars. Step 3, for safety, especially with vegetable ferments, grab a simple pH test strip to confirm the acidity is below 4.6. And don't forget to burp your jars daily to release that built-up gas. Finally, always trust your senses. If you notice unusual, fuzzy colors or it smells genuinely rotten rather than pleasantly tangy, stop immediately and throw it out. Better safe than sorry, right? So there you have it. The absolute most powerful microbiome intervention isn't found in some trendy, expensive pill. It has literally been waiting for you in the traditional Indian kitchen all along. By simply combining the probiotic power of dahi, idli, and kanji with the prebiotic fuel of millets, garlic, and raw bananas, you can radically transform your immune health and digestion from the inside out. So I want to leave you with this question to think about today.
Which traditional fermented food are you going to make your daily habit starting tomorrow? Thank you so much for joining me as we explored this explainer, and here's to a much happier, healthier gut.